Rawls and Brian, state the last name. McQuillan? McQuillan. Brian McQuillan. Thank you. This is how new I am to them. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to New York, welcome to Lincoln Center, and welcome to the wedding of Brant Rawls and Brian McQuillan.
Yes.
Ha. All of you look terrific, wonderful, spectacular, never better. I'll just wait. You're now part of a wedding.
Yep.
You're now not part of a wedding. Okay. You're now part of a wedding. Part of a wedding.
Sorry.
You're now not part of a wedding. Okay. So, my name is Christopher Shelley. I am a New York State wedding officiant and a minister and a life cycle celebrant. It's my honor to be officiating this wedding. Before we begin, come on through. I'd ask that all of you turn your cell phones up as loud as possible so that when we get a phone call in the middle of the ceremony, we know who to blame. Right. Alternatively, you can silence your phones. I think I've done the same for mine. The ceremony is about to begin. Brant and Brian and I have been working on this ceremony together for several months now, scouting New York City for the perfect place, making sure we have the perfect lighting and ambiance. There isn't time to thank the hundreds of people involved in the production of this wedding. So I will let you go to the website, www.brantjustemailed-me-for-the-first-time-yesterday.com. Details. You can also follow our Twitter feed at oh yeah, we should probably get a wedding officiant. So one of the wonderful things about a wedding is that it also serves as a kind of multi-family reunion, or at least friends. I don't know who you are in relation to them, but welcome.
They're family friends.
Family and friends, great. It sounds to me how far people are willing to travel to be here on a day like this, for an event like this, which just goes to show you how important it is to mark these happy transitions in our lives. This will now become a fill-in-the-blank section. We have guests here today from
Florida,
Connecticut.
New York.
All right, New York, welcome. All right.
You travel far.
So, friends, acquaintances, and people I just met. We have gathered here today to rejoice and celebrate the ultimate act of commitment and love that two people can exhibit, an expression that cannot be paralleled. Brant and Brian have decided to commit themselves to one another's hearts, to share in all of life's incredible moments, and to help assist in making each other's dreams realities. After 13 years together, right? 13 years. 13 years of happiness, growth, change, and acceptance, Brian and Brant have decided to add a baffling, complex, perilous, mysterious, nefarious, and confounding aspect of marriage to their lives. Why are they choosing to do this now? Did one of them lose a bet? Or more likely, did both of them realize that deep in their hearts, in all aspects, and in their hearts, they are married already? They've loved each other for years, they've lived together for years, they have their routines and traditions, and have successfully navigated the complexities involved in any relationship. Today we are going to make it legal, and afterwards I urge you all to celebrate their union with abandon.
I'm going to abandon you getting the plane.
And they may have been willing to get married, and wanting to get married for some time. But only recently, thanks to the decent and level-headed government of New York State, have they been allowed to do so. Thank you, New York State. So normally, about now, I share a love story about the couple that I've crafted over many months and dozens of espressos. But in this case, as you have probably noticed, I don't know these guys at all. I even asked them to pay me in cash. So instead, I'm going to read you two wonderful passages about marriage, which I think is apropos because mostly, you know, this is a wedding. So, the first one is called Marriage Joins Two People in the Circle of Its Love. It was written by Edmund O'Neill. Marriage is a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal. A joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A married couple are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and critic. There may come times when one partner is heartbroken or ailing, and the love of the other may resemble the tender caring of a parent for a child. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, and even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love through the seasons of life. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise, a potential, made in the hearts of two people who love, which takes a lifetime to fulfill. The second reading I'd like to share with all of you is by Anne Morrow Lindbergh, and it's called A Good Relationship. A good relationship has a pattern like a dance, and is built on some of the same rules. The partners do not need to hold on tightly, because they move confidently in the same pattern, intricate, gay and swift and free. To touch heavily would be to arrest the pattern and freeze the movement, to check the endlessly changing beauty of its unfolding. There is no place here for the possessive clutch, the clinging arm, the heavy hand, only the barest touch in passing. Now arm in arm, now face to face, now back to back, it does not matter which, because they know they are partners, moving to the same rhythm, creating a pattern together, and being invisibly nourished by it. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Marriage is defined anew by everyone who enters into it. The two of you will define it for yourselves and improve it for yourselves every day and every minute you spend together. I wish you all the happiness in the world, but by what I see today, you already have it. And if you have it, I urge you to share it with every single soul you ever meet. Okay? Now, Brant and Brian are going to do their own thing. I think, Brian, you want to share some vows. So wedding vows are promises that one makes to the other that will serve to maintain the magic that already exists between them, and to foster new and wonderful levels of commitment to each other as they live their lives as a married couple. I invite you now to prepare your Kleenex and handkerchiefs, as wedding vows traditionally make even the strongest among us weep like little babies. You can go first.
Speak up so we can hear you.
Oh, Brant, you made me the most happiest person over the last 13 years. You know, with all the good, there was the bad, and there was the good again. Thank you for staying with me this long, nurturing me, and making me the first friend. As we move towards the next chapter in our life, we're living out two births and having a baby. I couldn't think of anybody else I wanted to be in this way.
Ditto.
Or,
Well,
I'm prepared for any eventuality. Would you like to make
are-
a pair of
He's in
vows?
PR. He
well,
can do
no.
this.
You gonna have hug? Or I can
you
ask
are.
questions?
I have just one thing, simple thing to say, and it's almost what I said in Hawaii. You are the first. You are the now, and you are the last.
So I think we can skip ahead.
Yay.
So, wedding rings now. Do you have some rings for each other?
I can't take mine off.
I am a little bit. Let's talk about it. So wedding rings are a symbol of commitment and love. The rings are circular like their love, with no beginning and no end. They represent what has been and what will always be. They are made of solid, sturdy material, which is meant to survive years and years of hand-holding, washing dishes, swimming, rock climbing, high-fiving, and tender caresses. Couples wear their wedding rings every day as a symbol of their love and to make all of their single friends jealous. So, Brant, you may go first. Ish. Please place Brian's ring on the tip of his ring finger and repeat after me. Like? Here it is. Yeah, perfect. Brian, I love you.
I love you.
My heart is in this ring.
My heart is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
My love is in this ring.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring.
as a symbol of my love.
That's a symbol of my love.
I promise to be your faithful husband,
I promise to be your faithful husband.
to love you when the sun shines
To love you when the sun shines.
and when the rain falls,
When the rain falls.
in sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
When you look at this ring,
Why am I crying again?
when you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
think of me
think of me
and remember that I love you always.
and remember that I love you always.
You slide the ring in his finger. That's right. Fits perfectly, of course. So now it's your turn, Brian. Ready? Brant, thank you for my beautiful ring.
For my beautiful
I love you. My heart is in this ring. My love is in this ring. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. I promise to be your faithful husband. To love you when the sun shines and when the rain falls, in sickness and in health. When you look at this ring, think of me, and remember that I love you always. It has been my honor to officiate your ceremony today, and now I get to say something I've been looking forward to saying for you ever since we had our first email correspondence nearly 38 hours ago. By the powers vested in me by the wonderful state of New York, I now pronounce you officially married. You may kiss.